What's happening, traders? It's your boy JD Trades, and I'm bringing you another outlook. So, this is going to be a pre-New York outlook, just due to the fact that London session was a little bit slow. We, of course, did have a huge spike move during the morning of London session. However, price remained stagnant for quite some time. So, I thought it best to kind of see and preempt where price may potentially head to next. So, as I did mention to you guys, is to watch out for this 1 hour area for the dollar and see exactly what it wants to do. Now, for the time being, the dollar has held that area. I'm going to turn your attention over to the daily time frame. Okay, so yesterday we did pierce above Friday's high, and off the back of that, we're seeing a small rejection to the downside. Now, I would like to see this come down lower, which is something that's a little bit more appealing in terms of the overall picture. But we'll, of course, stay on the sidelines until things progress a little bit better. It is only Tuesday. Of course, we are getting closer and closer to midweek. Now, the price action that we are currently seeing for the dollar is quite nice. And it does look like we may hold this 1 hour area and get some new lows. Now, for the time being, we have rejected, we've come down, we've pulled back, we've dropped one more time, and we've pulled back again. So we may potentially get another drop down. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a small consolidation prior to New York opening. So we may potentially get a continuation of London sessions price action, as we have already pulled back prior to New York open, but we'll see how that kind of plays out in the long run. So let's take a look at Euro USD. Now, Euro USD, I am in two minds, just purely due to the fact that I do believe that we can head up higher on Euro before we actually get the short position or the short move. However, I can't deny the fact that price has in fact taken out that high. And if you look at the weekly picture for EU, it's actually done enough to actually start dropping. So that could potentially mean the dollar could still remain bullish. Now, looking at things from the daily perspective, this should realistically rally higher. Now, can we get up into the 1.08200 level? I'm not too sure. I do believe it's a bit early to say that. We, of course, need to first look at 1.0700 first, before we start to look for any other areas for entry. So I want to see this climb higher. But if it doesn't, that's going to be due to the fact that we have already taken out the high, and this could potentially be the short position to carry us over. Now, for the time being, I'm okay with all the price action that we're currently getting. There's nothing really surprising or out of the ordinary. Next up is GBP USD, pound dollar. Now, pound dollar has given us a little bit of a reaction off the half hour, given us a push up, and has also taken out its high ever so slightly. Okay. So for the time being, GU can actually head up higher back into previous areas. Now, this isn't ideal, but it can definitely do so. We can head back up to 1.24400. But for the time being, I'm just looking at the daily time frame, trying to ascertain exactly how price is going to react. Now, we do have this daily area here. So I want to look at price closer inside this area. Now, GU, the picture on GU is currently a little bit clearer than the dollar. So, sorry, Euro USD. So I'm definitely focusing more on GU for the time being until the picture on EU starts to clear up a little bit. You know, I am a fan of Euro USD more than pound dollar, but that's a conversation for another day. Next up, I'm going to look at these other alternate pairs that I do have on here for you guys. We can see that oil has been dropping for quite some time. The daily candle on oil is absolutely ridiculous of a wick. Okay, pushed all the way up and sold all the way back down. This current price action does look progressive to the downside, especially how that daily candle is currently printing. We did, of course, take out this high, which can be a catalyst for prices to come down lower. If this 4 hour candle does close how it's closing, we may get a pullback closer to 3 p.m. GMT. Okay, we may get a pullback closer into, let's say, this 1 hour area for some potential shorts. Of course, we just need to pay attention closer to when price gets to that area, and then we can, of course, react and take an entry where necessary. But for the time being, I quite like that play there for oil. So gold is coming down, 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 down. Gold's been absolutely collapsing to the downside, which is perfectly a-okay. Now, it is something that we did anticipate with gold doing. Now, we are approaching key areas where we can look for some potential long positions, especially when we look at things on the 8 hour. Okay. We are approaching this 8 hour candle here, which is where we are currently sitting inside of. So I'm anticipating some potential longs out of gold. Okay. It might not be ready just yet, but with the dollar potentially giving us some bearish price action, this could, of course, give gold the reason to push higher. So I'm going to monitor the 15-minute. We've just created a new low. I'm going to see if we can break some of these highs or potentially look at the 5-minute for some re-entries. If we can go long. If we can, that's great. We can, of course, target the imbalance and potentially target other swing highs. But I do believe gold, if it is going to be a long-term buy from here, great. If it doesn't, we can at least get up to 23.55 and then look to take another short, okay, as my short entry was missed prior. So that is the area where I would target for some potential shorts. But other than that, that's it from today. I hope you guys have a successful day trading, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed. Money day. Peace.